Hello, my name is Mary Beth Landis, and I work as a dietitian in the Cancer Center at Augusta Health. If you're watching this video, you're preparing to start a specific type of radiation called SBRT for your prostate cancer. And it's important that you understand and learn about some specific nutrition considerations as you prepare for your treatment. The considerations reviewed in this video will need to be followed 24 hours prior to your complex or planning simulation, as well as 24 hours prior to each one of your SBRT treatments. Following each one of those treatments, you can resume a regular diet and until 24 hours before the next SBRT treatment. So when you come for treatment, it's important that you come without excess gas or air in your large bowel, otherwise known as your colon. This is for two reasons. First of all, excess air or bloating or gas in the colon can cause your colon to shift into the area being treated by radiation, which can cause more severe and unwanted side effects. The second reason is that excess air or bloating can also push the prostate outside of the treatment field, making your treatment less effective. So it's very important to follow these considerations so that your treatment is as effective as it can be and so that you don't suffer unwanted and more severe side effects. So there are two primary ways that air goes into the digestive tract. The first is through swallowing air. A lot of times this is relieved by burping or belching, but the air that continues on eventually gets to your colon. Some ways to reduce that air include chewing your food thoroughly and taking small bites while also chewing with your mouth closed before swallowing. It's also important to avoid the use of straws or drinking through cans or small-mouthed bottles. Instead, choose to drink from glasses or wide-mouth bottles to prevent excess air. And thirdly, it's important to avoid carbonated beverages such as sodas, beer, or carbonated waters or other carbonated fluids to prevent excess air getting into the colon. The other way in which air enters the colon is through the digestion of fiber as well as any type of completely undigested carbohydrates. When those things reach the colon, healthy bacteria naturally feed on them, but one of the byproducts is gas. And so it's going to be important to avoid these foods 24 hours before each one of your treatments, as well as that complex or planning simulation. You're probably wondering what those foods are. Well, they include any type of fresh vegetable, and especially cooked vegetables that include broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, peppers, onions, as well as Brussels sprouts. Other things that you'll want to avoid that are high in that type of fiber are the skins and seeds on fresh fruits, as well as nuts, beans, and anything made with whole grain or bran, such as 100% whole wheat bread, 100% whole wheat pastas, any whole wheat or bran cereals, as well as brown rice. It's also important to avoid lactose because many people have an undiagnosed or unknown lactose deficiency or a lactose intolerance. And so that includes any of the dairy products. You'll want to stay away from milk, yogurt, cottage cheese, cream cheese, hard or soft cheeses, as well as sour cream and whipped cream or Cool Whip. So at this point, you're probably wondering, what can you eat? Well, there's still a large variety of food options to consume before these treatments. For protein, any type of low-fat animal products such as chicken, turkey, or fish are good options, as well as eggs and lower fat cuts of red meat such as pork loin, pork chops, or sirloin. You can also have things such as potatoes without the skin, as well as white bread, white rice, and white crackers such as saltines or white pastas. From the vegetable category, when you cook vegetables, it breaks down that fiber. So cooked vegetables such as cooked green beans, cooked beets, or cooked asparagus tips or cooked carrots are all safe options. And from the fruit category, anything that doesn't have a peeling or seeds is something that would be safe to eat. So you could eat something such as a peeled apple, a peeled pear, a peeled peach, or applesauce or bananas. instead of consuming lactose from dairy products, any of the dairy-free alternatives are good options as well. So choosing something such as almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk, or any of those products are also safe to eat. If you do feel like you're coming in with excess gas in your colon or you're experiencing bloating, there are a couple of options that can help relieve that. The first is just to go for a walk or exercise in some capacity. Moving around inside or outside of your home or riding a stationary bike are all options. Another way is to use a product called Gas-X. The generic form is called simethicone, and these are tablets that you can either chew or swallow. If you feel like you have gas the night before your treatment, take 2 prior to going to bed, and then the next morning, if you wake up and eat breakfast, then chew or swallow another 2 at least an hour prior to coming for treatment. And these are ways that you can help expel gas before you come for treatment and eliminate any problems. During your treatments, you will be meeting with a registered dietitian who will go over additional information with you and can answer any questions that you may have. Thank you for your attention during this video, and I wish you well as you go through your treatment.